Okay. Hi, everybody.
Greetings, everyone. I am Keetrick,
I'm
and
Sade.
this is
Sade.
my lovely wife. She said it before I can even introduce her. Welcome to Safe Haven,
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
and we're going to be covering many topics on this channel
Yeah.
about marriages, relationships, our experiences. We're going on 14 years
Yes. Oh my
of
goodness.
trials and tribulations.
It seemed like that long.
No, I've heard people that was together for 25 and 30 years say they don't know where the time went.
Yeah, it goes by pretty fast.
And I can
say.
honestly say, yeah, at 14 years, I don't know where the time went.
I don't know either.
First, we want to talk about, we had an interesting conversation the other day. Someone was asking the preparation before marriage. And what are some of the responsibilities as a man that that helps us as men as we go into marriage? And it was just a young guy who was kind of interested, and I gave him some of my perspectives, so I'm just going to share them. I told him one of the first things is first we believe in a biblical marriage.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Christians, so we believe in a biblical marriage. We believe that that's the foundation of
Yeah.
our marriage. And it has sustained us, and it continues to sustain us.
Yeah.
The first question that he asked me was, how do you do it? I said, well, the first thing is you got to take self out.
Yeah.
If you're selfish as a male, then you can still go ahead and get married. You're just going to have a hard time.
Yeah.
Meaning the hard time is going to be on the woman that you marry. Because all the relationships and the marriage is going to be all about you.
Yeah.
Okay, what I mean is all the money. When money first come to your hands, the first thing you should think about is us. You think about your family before you go and spend, before you go and buy or purchase something that you want to purchase. First thing you want to think about is, hey, this money comes into the household, so I got to think, where's this money going? Okay, what do we need? What do I have to put it towards that we need so we can build? That was the first thing. You can't be a selfish man. And women, this is an area that needs to be tested
Yeah.
before marriage.
Most
Because
definitely.
if he's selfish in the beginning, he's gonna be selfish on all the way throughout the marriage. And that's just how it is, okay? Because men don't normally adjust from how they are, okay? But selfishness in a male is something that should always be considered. Not to say that rules out nobody as a bad person or a man who may not do the right thing. It's not saying that. But selfishness, but once a man gets married, it's not about you no more.
No.
It's about us. It's about the household, my wife, my kids. What do we need? What do we need to build? Because it becomes us. That's why the Bible said we're one now. It's no longer just me. It's us. I have to consider everything. When you go places, you have to consider that.
Yeah.
I need to let my spouse know. Okay, despite what other people may say, don't matter.
Why would you say you have to let your spouse know where you're going? Because some people think that when you letting your spouse know that that's a controlling thing, that well, he's not my father, so I don't have to tell him every move that I decide to make. He don't need to go, no, I'm going to the nail shop. He doesn't know I'm going to the beauty shop. He doesn't need to know any of those things. But can you explain so that a woman can know why that's important?
Well, the biggest thing to that is it's sort of like a covering, like an umbrella.
Yeah.
You're walking out in the street and it's raining, you got an umbrella, get up under the umbrella. It's not to say that he's trying to control and watch every move you make, but the covering part is to make sure you're safe. It's not that he keeping a track of your daily routines, of everything that you're trying to do, every place that you're trying to go. He's making sure that where you at, there's no trouble, you covered, you have enough gas money,
Yep.
there's no dangers around there. When you got there at the time you needed to get there. And if you're going to be late, did something happen between
Yeah.
the journey, between the trips? It can even be a simple text message. Okay, I'm here. You're there. Cool.
Mhm.
Cool. Let me know. I'll see you later.
Mhm.
Cool. You're safe.
Mhm.
And so the basic thing of it is it's a blanket.
Yes.
It's a blanket.
Mhm.
Okay. And you always want somebody knowing where you are. Just in case.
Just in
There's
case.
emergencies. There's a lot of things that can happen.
Mhm.
So checking in with your spouse, letting them know that you're heading out, that you'll text them when you get there. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all.
That's just a sign of respect. Okay, and it's a sign that you're letting them know that you're always still on my mind. I'm still considering and thinking about you, because our jobs as men first is to protect. Okay.
Mhm.
You want to add a female perspective to it?
Most definitely, I do. And catch me because sometimes I talk too much. But no, seriously though, I can say from females and the thought that you are like that it makes a woman feel safe, because you don't want to get into a relationship, a marriage. You looking for your significant other, and they don't care about nothing concerning your well-being. I mean,
You got a point.
that's a major red flag.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're preparing for marriage,
That's right.
you think about okay, I'm going to be with this person for the rest of my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a beautiful thing, to be committed to one person, and that person is committed to you. But also to prepare yourself. Now, when you say prepare yourself, I think that, okay, can you prepare yourself before marriage? Yes, you can.
Yes,
you
you
can
can.
start by doing. You can start by getting, your cooking skills. Every woman doesn't know how to cook.
Mhm.
Every woman has their strong and their weakness areas. I do, but learning how to cook, cleaning. If you can't cook, at least clean.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody want no nasty house.
Go back to how you learn, because that's another thing. Your willingness to
Because I
to
really
get
didn't know.
better. Your
Yeah,
willingness to learn.
yeah.
She couldn't cook. I mean, would mess up a meal. I mean, I ain't no cook myself, but
No.
I mean, but I make some good soup though.
Yeah, and make some
I
good
make some
ramen,
good soup.
good
And
chicken
whatever
noodle.
flavor you like, I help you.
uh,
But I saw her desire to want to cook for her family. I saw her desire to want to learn. So I helped. That's the man's job. We bought cookbooks.
Yeah. YouTube
She got
videos.
on YouTube videos, and she got to cooking. And the first couple of meals sometimes was, but you still encourage her. And I wish
I
she
kept
wasn't looking
going.
and threw them away. But
Well.
but I always kept my mouth full. I'm good.
Wherever.
Cooking and keep, but you know what I'm saying. You got to keep a person encouraged.
Mhm.
But despite that, the little joke we made, her willingness to do it,
Yeah.
and that has to be a key for a woman. Men cherish little things like that. And when I saw her willingness to do that, to want to do that, I was all in with that. I was like, whatever I can do to help you, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I also too, because I already knew, my husband and I, we were dating before we had decided to get married, and I had already knew that this is the person that I wanted to marry. So what I did is I started reading books on marriage.
She did.
I really, really did. This is no lie. I really, really did. I started reading books on marriage, and I started listening to sermons on YouTube from a woman's perspective
Yes.
of how a marriage.
Yes.
I personally feel like a man can tell you some things, but he can never. A man can only scratch the surface of things when it comes to women, because women,
Absolutely right.
you can prepare, like I was saying earlier, you can prepare as far as in cooking and cleaning and ironing and cleaning the dishes, like Medea say, cooking and cleaning and ironing and washing the dishes and taking care of the, knowing how to take care of the children and all of that. But this the thing too. When you get with whoever you are considering married, there needs to be a discussion needs to be had too, because every man's desire of what they want out of a wife is totally different.
It varies.
So,
So that's why it's never good to never compare men like that. We
No.
have similarities, but we all have differences.
yeah,
Now there's some men in marriages they love to cook.
yeah,
And that's
it
their
is.
area. They
Yeah.
just say, no, I take care of the cooking. And
Yeah.
there's probably nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's nothing wrong with that. There's
So,
nothing wrong with that
but
at
a
all.
woman can't expect that she'll get with somebody and that man is going to be the same thing.
Right.
No, because some men don't.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no weak and strong areas. Okay.
Mhm.
What's important in marriage is always remember you never arrive.
No, you never
You
arrive.
never arrive in a marriage.
No.
So when you marry and okay, you're going to relax phone and come, you never arrive. So both parties have to always look for a balance. They have to
Yeah.
always look for things to keep each other going.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that's something that male likes to do, you don't take it from him.
Mhm.
You help him.
Mhm.
Okay, because remember the goal of it is to you have to be a help meet. But if
Mhm.
he's actually the meat to cooking the meals, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, you slide over there some little ingredients or something every once in a while. But you go in there, take a towel and pop them on his butt or something. Ain't there's nothing wrong with that.
Hit it
Playing
right
around as a married couple. Okay,
Hit it, man. Smack it, man. Smack it.
yeah, 'cause I do it all the time. Okay, and I got big hands and I bam all the
All
time.
5
It's
fingers.
just too sore. And she say I hit the same spot, but
You do.
I really don't be
You
trying
take
to
it
hit
all
the
the way
same
back,
spot.
hit it, and then you hit the same spot. I'm like,
I just swing. I just swing
I
at
need to be able to sit
which
on
mine.
this.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So next.
I would say, what about when you get with a man who is,
Kiss break. Hold on. Go ahead.
I'm sorry now, you can't finish now.
No, I
Miss
cut this camera off. Cut this camera off. To intermission. Whatever they call it. Time out.
But what if you marry somebody? But I'm gonna let you answer it. I'm gonna let you answer from a man's perspective. What if a woman marries somebody who requires for them to physically look attractive all the time? I mean, they have to stay dolled up 24/7. Not 24/7, but they can't leave out the house without them looking a certain way, and they can't gain over a certain amount of pounds within their marriage.
And that sucks. Because sometimes you can start off as a 20-ounce bottle, but you can end up a gallon. But there's kids, there's life, blah blah blah. But honestly, if that's was the man's requirement in the beginning, then it's gonna pretty much most of the time stay that way. And I can't say it's nothing wrong with that. So it's up to that woman to decide that when she say I do, that you just know when you met him that was the best she was gonna get, and it's gonna probably be like that from here on out.
Yeah.
And just try to maintain that best you can, because there are men who have heavy requirements and looks. Now, that'll be a different conversation for another day on why it's that, because it shouldn't be that way.
Well, can I say something about that concerning that? I personally feel like that's a load of crap, because I personally feel like I'm sitting here trying to suppress your appetite And is it really suppressed?
Right.
I mean, because it's gonna, your husband, you know, of course he married exactly what he liked. He liked what he see. You know, you're gonna be attractive, right? You know, but there's always this is the type of stuff that I say. There's always gonna be somebody out there, some woman out there that's going to be more appealing to the eye.
Yeah.
And so you sitting here trying to fight off a issue that he personally has not dealt with before he got married, and that's really a fleshly thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to stay a size. Not me. My husband doesn't require it, but I'm just saying, like, for the woman has to stay a size. I would say what. 12 or
size 12,
14, because
14 they like them thick.
Yeah, black men like them
14.
thick, you know, little curvy curve.
Maybe a little 16.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe 16.
Yeah, but it can't be bored 16. You know, like a 2x4. It can't be that 16.
That's not nice.
It has to be more.
But seriously though, you know, and you know, I have these certain requirements, and this is what I require. Okay, eventually life is gonna kick in.
It does for everybody.
For everybody. And that woman might end up going through some stuff, you know, physically. I can personally say a couple years ago, I went through something for 6 months where I could not, you know, physically do anything. And thank God that, you know, my husband remained faithful, you know. You have to really look at the signs that are there before you say I do, because he's going to show you what it's going to be. Marriage doesn't fix that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
And a lot of our women, no matter what nationality they are, they feel like, oh, you know, I marry him,
they can change.
They can change him. That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true. Change only comes when he wants to change.
He does. Yeah. In most of the cases, it's not. You know, he has habits. He has issues with lust. One good sign is can he control his eyes? I mean, when y'all was dating before. Did he watch every big wide butt came his way?
Yeah, and I don't mean like.
We talking about glance.
We talking about glance. We talking about one of these.
Because you know when you look more than the 2 or 3 seconds, here come the thoughts, right? You know, and sometimes that's not saying that, like I say, that'll make a bad husband. But it does point to some issues that need to be addressed.
And that when a man does that, when you over compliment, you overstare, whatever you want to say, you make the woman that you are with feel very insecure.
Yeah, very insecure.
I feel like that just needs to be a conversation had. You know, even though that's not going to cure anything now, it's not going to fix nothing. But if that woman is not open enough to, as far as in dressing, you know, or whatever, because you still do have to, you know, consider what does your man like. Yeah. No, but it shouldn't be a flat out requirement is what I'm saying. Like, if you don't do that, you know, I'm not going to be attracted to you, you know. That when the man should never make the woman feel insecure by no means at all.
No, at all. Because there's going to be changes. There's going to be weight changes.
Yeah.
There's going to be emotional changes.
Yeah, physical changes.
All kind of changes that a person will do in life. I mean, y'all look at last year, right? COVID shut down everything.
Oh, yeah.
And so people was forced to live at home for months. Yeah. Almost a year. Couldn't go nowhere, right? So you look at that, that's a change. That happened. Now, some people ain't used to that. You know, they could have been busybodies, always over the place. That shut stuff down. Now they got to sit there and look at their spouse every day, right? Because you can't go nowhere. couldn't go nowhere, couldn't touch nothing, couldn't go around nothing, right? Then here comes friction.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be changes.
Oh yeah.
In any kind of marriage, there's gonna be changes.
Oh my God! And when COVID came, divorces skyrocketed.
That's what we saw. You know,
Yeah.
Yahoo. I don't know if Yahoo was making up some of that, or but it was
so.
everywhere. It was everywhere. But people was forced to put off everything and say,
They was
hey,
forced to deal with the issues.
Yeah,
That's
deal
what
with
it was.
themselves.
They was forced to deal with the issues.
They had to look at each other and deal with it.
You know?
Okay.
We said that at the same time,
Yeah.
you know?
So what's next question?
Let me see. You know what? Because we was gonna do this, but I still want to talk about the dating scene. Because I personally feel like it's kind of hard out there. Well, it is from you know what I've been hearing. It's
Well, it's actually
hard
very
out there for
hard. We just touch it briefly, and then we'll have to say some of that for another time.
okay.
You know, they got this thing going on now. High value men, low value men, all that kind of stuff. Okay, you got men that are their sexuality has changed. It varied. Whatever is going on with that, whatever they do, you know, they do what they want to do. That's fine. And you have most men know that it's a man's world. They have options. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
Just be honest, they're all over the place. So the dating scene is not easy.
So, do you think a woman should have very high standards and expectations?
Yes, but in certain areas.
Certain areas.
High expectations when it comes to what it is that you know you trying to do. Okay, but it's going to be what y'all both trying to do.
Yeah.
High expectations to basically, you know, if she's in school, she's doing some things, she's got a certain kind of job. Okay, well, you know, they end up marrying someone whose career is totally different, lifestyle is totally different. So you have to look at that. How would that conflict? Because now as marriage, y'all have to come together. Okay, and it has to come together and be one. Figure out how to make it work if you can. Okay, you have that situation. You have high standards in keeping yourself, maintaining yourself. But I mean maintaining, especially your area. Okay?
Yeah.
That's why I would say that standard needs to stay high. Meaning, you know, you can't roll around with everybody.
No, you can't.
You know, nowadays, you can't. You know, once you get into that kind of world and them kind of activities, your value drops.
Yeah.
There's no way around that.
And I know, you know what? I know, even though I have been married for a long time, I was once single. I ain't, you know, I wasn't born married. So I was single, and my husband was as well. You know, so I can understand the woman's sexual desire to be, you know, let's just keep it real, to be sexually pleased, right? So you like, okay, well, how is that possible to, you know, for that not to happen? Well, you gotta look at it like this, because every woman does not want to be married. Let's make that clear.
Oh yeah.
Every woman does not.
That's
But
right.
this is for the ones that does, who deeply desire to be married.
Mm-hmm.
I personally feel like, you know, look, and I'm gonna take a sip of wine before I say this, because y'all gonna be shocked.
Go ahead. Stay grown.
Look, they got all kinds of devices out there. Keep you a secret drawer. I would, you know, that's better than to have multiple partners.
Yes, it is. And me being a black man, I've seen some stuff. Just being in gyms, being in certain places, I've seen some stuff. Some of these men going both ways. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Some of them going both ways.
Oh, they got the
And,
EBGBs and they ain't telling you.
So that's something that has to be considered. You know, or their sexuality is just all over the place. Okay, and to me, that's one of her most precious, commodities about her body, besides her spirit, is her area, because that's you protect that. Okay, protect that, because you got some men out there who don't deserve it, and I'm gonna say something. 99% of these cases, you knew when you got with him before that happened that he didn't deserve it anyway. You knew it.
And they show signs.
They show signs.
They show signs if they just want you as a fly by night. Many men that you meet and he texts you after 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean 10:01, 10:02, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he be like, "Can I come over?" He ain't trying to come over and pray with you.
No.
He ain't trying to read no Bible verses.
No, they ain't finna do that. They're not watching TD Jakes.
They're not watching no TD Jakes.
They're not watching Miles Monroe.
He trying to get in with him fit in.
He ain't finna do none of that.
So that should let you know right then and there. Okay, well, hey, and especially, I always look at it like this. I believe that you should wait, but I'm also a realist, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, don't open up, don't give him the cupcake. Wait 6 months or more.
Mm-hmm.
That will weed out a whole lot.
Yes, it will.
And that will definitely let you know if he can control himself, if he,
if he got somebody else.
if he got somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that lets you know a whole lot. And if he really see you as somebody that he can settle down and spend the rest of his life with, it'll let you know if he got any type of mental issues.
That's very important.
Oh my God, they crazy out here.
Yeah, that's very important. Yeah, because that's, that alone, I got sisters, and I know it's hard on them, because you got some men out there, they ain't wrapped too tight, okay? And you got a lot of them that feeding women bull crap. Look at proof. Start checking proof. If he's saying all this stuff, okay, if he's saying he's make these moves, it's paperwork to prove. If he in school, let's see a copy of the transcript.
Okay.
Let's see his registration form.
Look, let's log in together.
Where he work at. Yeah, you need to check where he work at.
The thing about this now, internet on just about every phone. So, what's your login information? Ain't nobody got. Y'all better look.
Verify. Is this in his name? Is that in his name?
Oof.
Is this in his mama name? Is this in some other girl name? You check all that stuff. You can check everything nowadays and say, well, I don't know if where he says where he live. He say it ain't his, but his name. His name on half of it, but no. Okay, you gonna get a copy. Tell him, go get a copy. Let me see it.
Yeah.
The vehicle he driving, is that in his name?
Oh.
Nowadays, you have to check everything, but check everything. It's nowhere around that.
They be lying. They be lying.
Yeah. Oh,
they be lying, they be living double lives. They have a girlfriend, wife, and baby mama all, and you the side chick.
Yeah.
They just like in that order.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you just have to really just value yourself as being precious and hold these men to a standard. Accountable, and hold them to a standard. Let them know that, look, you come over here, you're going to have to come correct. That don't mean that, and you're going to be labeled as all that. Okay, well, thank you. I am all that and then some. But then too, also, you shouldn't be looking for someone to have 6 figures or you shouldn't be basing it off of just looks and stuff like that.
Blue collar worker.
That's nothing wrong with a blue collar worker. There's nothing wrong with that, because that man can come home, and if you already have kids, he take care of them kids, do what he need to do. What does that matter? It does not matter. I mean, he working. You know what I'm saying?
He got a steady check.
Sexy. Good father.
Appreciate that.
Good husband. Know how to do the things that he's supposed to do.
We short in this video, so. But also men.
Touch the right place.
Yeah. And also men. It's the same with same with the men too. Y'all need to check these women out. Check them out, because we got the men. Women can lie.
Oh yeah.
You check them out. Okay. She say that dude is always in her phone. It's just a homie. Check it out. Check it out. You know.
And nowadays, how they doing it now is they rename them.
Oh, yeah. That was doing it back in the days. They still doing that? Ain't nothing changed.
They renaming them.
It's the same thing they did years ago. They bring the game back. Only difference now is you got technology.
Yep, that's the only thing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. This technology is saving a lot of these cheaters, pumpkin eaters out there.
Mm-hmm. And if they want to be open like that, then, and I respect them when they say it. Come off and say it.
Yeah.
You dating, right?
Be real about it.
You ain't trying to give.
You got something at all,
But
you got some women who don't want to listen and think that they can check them back in that category, change somebody. Oh, I'm be the one that make him change. That man told you who he was and what he was about when he met you. Now you the fool.
Yeah.
To think differently. Oh, I got that good stuff. I got that good stuff. I know how to make them come back. I know how to make them act. I know how to make them do this. I know how to. Okay, but so what? He telling you that don't matter. He's telling you. Yeah. And you sitting here thinking that something else gonna happen. And then you be sitting up there heartbroken. Sometimes, we put the heartbreak on us. You
do. But you gotta remember, some men, it's not all men, because we got some good brothers out there.
Yeah, you do.
But some of them, they so cold, they reverse it on you. Y'all already know we talked about that. This video, it'll be getting a little shorter later. But they'll make you feel bad.
Oh yeah.
You got something that's good at that. Okay. But no, honesty, I think we getting close to a closing.
Yeah. We've been talking for a while now.
How you meet somebody in the beginning, at times, that's how it's going to be from here on out. Okay. As earlier, they were selfish in the beginning. When y'all was dating before marriage, then you get married, they're going to be selfish throughout the marriage. They had whole tendencies before.
Oh, they're going to still have them.
They're going to still have them. Okay.
If they was controlling, they're going to be super. When they get worse when they get married.
Yeah, definitely. If they was controlling in the beginning, they'll be controlling when they was married. Okay. So it's always things that we could have saw that we didn't look at or pay attention to because maybe the situation was right, sex was good, he had money, she had money, right? They ain't got no kids, they just finished college, whatever it may be, right? And we look at them situations and then get down the line and like, well, oh no, this is going on. Go back to the beginning.
Yeah,
you knew.
Beginning.
You saw.
And then see a lot of women, because I've been there, and you be like, damn, I seen the signs.
You saw the signs. Or if his sexuality changed, it didn't just change in the marriage. You saw the signs.
And then you be like, girl, he did used to like to watch, Dirty Dancing a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Or he did used to, hey, whatever floats your boat. But I'm just saying, recognize the signs. They do be there in the beginning.
They are there. They there.
Like I said in the beginning, a lot of us women, we feel like we can, I get the pass. You see that.
Right.
You see it.
Right.
But when women love, we
y'all love.
Look past all of that.
Women look past flaws.
Flaws. There you go.
And
we look past.
It's nothing wrong with that. But not all flaws you can't look past. There's some things you can't look past that. He was very feminine or something. Just feminine.
That's why you need to go ahead and create your own red flag list.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if he in that category, scratch. Ain't nobody say, don't go in and do goddamn 20, 30, 40, 50 damn red
'Cause
flags.
then
You ain't gonna never find
now
nobody.
you're living unrealistic. Because in this world, you know, one of the things I like to say, which is Denzel quote, you got to take the quickest with the straights.
Oh Lord,
So
he do.
there are
say
some
that.
times
Oh,
where
Jesus.
there are some things, and just an example, okay, this guy may not do much else, but he keep that mortgage paid. He may not know how to talk to his woman. He may not take her out a lot. That may not be him. Maybe he didn't have a good relationship with his mother. Okay, maybe he was hurt by a woman. Okay, so a lot of little passionate things that's not necessarily him, but he still has some good things and qualities about him.
And
So
then-
that doesn't make him a bad husband.
Right, and then you have to. Well, that goes into another conversation. I don't want that's a whole. That really right there is really a whole another topic. I feel like we've been talking for a long time.
We have.
Y'all, we can go for hours and hours
Yeah.
about stuff.
And fellas too, y'all need to be on the lookout.
Yeah.
You got some women out there that you married, and you can't turn her into a wife because she wasn't a wife in the beginning. She was selfish.
You know, it's a saying.
Yeah. You can't turn
Yeah, I
her.
know what it is.
Yeah, you can't turn her. You know, you can't turn a garden tool
into a housewife.
housewife.
Nice way to put it, babe. Good
I don't
job.
believe in
Good job.
I don't believe so. Or selfish. I tell him, man, everything to me points back to selfishness. Because if people cheat, you are selfish. You didn't consider the other person's feelings.
Yeah.
You're right. You didn't consider the implications of what can happen.
Mhm.
So I always point everything to selfishness. Okay, men hooking on with a selfish woman. You knew the deal.
Oh yeah.
You
Woo.
knew she was gonna hide money, keep money. You knew the deal.
Oh my God.
Everything coming in the house is hers. You knew the deal.
It's hers and want to spend yours.
Right. So you knew.
What?
No, it's a give and take. It's a give and take.
And there's
It
no
should
such
be
thing
nothing.
as no 50-50 relationship.
No.
I personally don't believe in it. I feel like it's 100-100. You give your all.
Yeah, you
he
give your
his
all.
She whatever, vice versa. Y'all
Because you
each
never
other.
arrive.
Never.
You never arrive. You never finish. Just as women are the prize, men are the prize too these
Oh
days.
yeah.
Okay, holidays, birthdays, they go both ways. Okay, Valentine's Day,
That's
It go both
that's for
ways.
both of y'all.
okay, his birthday.
Mhm.
Just as much as he did for you, you do for him. Like you said, well, he ain't do nothing for me. Well, that's different. Now y'all need to have a conversation.
Oh, definitely.
That's totally different.
No, but
Right.
those are no.
Yeah, so we almost getting to that point, and I'm sure that wine had kicked in by now.
Why you gotta tell everybody I'm sipping on wine?
It's fine. You grown.
Yeah.
Yeah, you grown.
And we about to go do some grown things. So
Mhm.
catch y'all on the flip side. And with a kissy, baby. Love y'all.
Thank y'all for listening to Safe Haven. Be on the lookout for plenty more.
Plenty more videos to come.